welcome back to my channel and welcome to a quickie review. Today I have for you guys a review that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I'm kind of glad that I took a little bit longer because I really got to test out the product. And it's still new in my opinion, but you know, in the makeup world, if it's past a week, it's old news. And this is probably maybe like a month old. And I'm talking about the Too Faced Born This Way Matte Foundation. Now you guys know I'm a lover of matte full coverage foundations. When I saw this one, I was like, yes, it has to be mine. So I purchased it right around when it came out and I've been testing it ever since. So I have my trusty little notebook right here with my notes, my opinions, the claims, and all that jazz. So if I'm looking down, that is what I'm looking at. Now, this foundation says it's a 24-hour undetectable super longwear foundation, and it claims to be oil-free, oil controlling, waterproof, and transfer resistant. Now, it is available in 35 shades. It retails for $40 and it contains 1.0 fluid ounce. And my shade that I purchased is light beige, which looks like this. And the bottle for this one is a lot thinner and taller compared to the other Born This Way foundation, which is shorter and chubbier. I personally love this sleek vibe of this bottle and I really like the look of it. So it does have a pump on it. Mine's a little dirty. Obviously I've been using it, but it does have a pump and it has, you know, the typical Too Faced logo up here. Now, this foundation also says it's infused with hyaluronic acid, alpine rose, and coconut water. And when I saw that, the alpine rose, I was like, because I found out that my skin breaks out and it doesn't like anything that's rose infused, rose oil, rose anything in a product. Maybe it's just skincare because that's what happened to my skin. Like it broke out and it was really irritated with a rose skincare products. So when I saw that, I was a little scared, but I still tested it anyways. It doesn't have a rose scent or a coconut scent because it's infused with coconut water. So just thought I'd mention that because I thought it was important. I have been testing this out for about a month and I had no irritation, which is why I said that I'm glad that I got to test it out for a longer period of time before I reviewed it for you guys. Now in the demo, I will be sharing my go-to routine that I have and the products that I use with this foundation, what I have found that I love to combine with this foundation. And I did end up loving, obviously, the Born This Way concealer. This is my absolute favorite concealer. High end, I would say this is my top. And then since I received this in my BoxyCharm, the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder in Translucent, I decided to pair it with a concealer and the foundation because why not? So the powder is in the shade Translucent. My concealer is in the shade Vanilla. And this is a concealer shade that I feel fits perfect with me. And I would say the foundation is a really, really good match to my skin. Personally, I'm normally pretty good at choosing my shades, so I thought this was a perfect match. Now let's move on to my opinions. So for me, the things that I wrote down over time of trying this foundation, it's that it's not cakey, it doesn't feel heavy at all, and one thing that I really like is that it's not overly matte. It doesn't make your skin look flat, and when you apply it, you still have this kind of like slight dewy look to the skin. To me, it's not a soft matte, but it's also not like fully matte and flat, which personally I love. I also don't have a problem with super flat matte foundations, but I feel like lately I've been more into the look of matte but a little bit softer and a little glowier or dewier. I don't mind that look, and this one is really nice. It also, I didn't have to touch up throughout wearing this foundation. It does say it is a 24-hour foundation, but girl, who is wearing their foundation for 24 hours? Especially nowadays with everything going on in the world. I've tested it out for about 12 hours was the max I could do, and then I was like, okay, I need to take my makeup off. I was exhausted. I tried out for 12 hours, I think maybe 2 days, and then 10 hours a few other days, and it lasts pretty well. I don't feel like I have to touch up. I don't feel super oily. I feel like the more you wear it, like the longer hours, and if your oils are trying to come out, your skin just looks lightly dewy, and that doesn't mean that you look oily or greasy. It's just a really nice healthy glow on the skin, which I love. And it has an amazing staying power. That is right away, I had to mention that. It gives a beautiful airbrush look. I literally wrote that. Gives a beautiful airbrush look. It doesn't budge around my nose, which is an issue I have with full coverage foundations. And foundations that are extremely full coverage usually tend to crack and budge around my nose, which this one didn't. So I love that. And it works well with my primers. And I put all primers because I tried it with all of my primers. I have the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. I feel like I showed this to you guys the last video I did reviewing a foundation or something like that. I tried it with the Silk Canvas, the original one, my Farsali Liquid Glass. I also tried it with my e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer, the e.l.f. Jelly Pop. I just want to show you guys. I really tried it out. And my Benefit Porefessional. I also tried a new Tarte one, and I didn't like the primer, but it didn't alter the look of the foundation. It's just a hydrating primer. It feels like a very light moisturizer to me, so I don't feel like it did much, but the foundation still looked amazing on my skin. So now my favorite primer combination for this foundation, what I really like stayed using with this foundation, is a Hard Candy Hydrating Primer and the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And let me just show you, we are almost at the end of the road with this baby, which brings me so much joy that I'm using up my products. But if you guys see this Hard Candy Hydrating Primer at Walmart, pick it up. It's the baby blue one, and I want to try a couple of the other ones because I heard they're also dupes for other high-end primers. This one they say is a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I'm just going to say this right now. I prefer this one over the Milk one. I just bought a baby one because this is pricey, full price, and even like this, it's pricey. This one, I have an issue with it. Sometimes it burns this area of my face, which I feel like is the most sensitive area that I have on my skin, like from here this way, because this is where I get dry in the winter and like really bad. So maybe just my skin doesn't like this on that area, and it kind of burns a little. This one, absolutely no issues. I feel like this one is, dare I say it, a little bit better than this one. And I do like it. It does work nice. But for the price, I would 100% pick this one up over this one. That's just my opinion. And this baby size is $15. And this is still cheaper than this baby size of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So, save your coins. Back to the foundation review. This is my go-to primer combo for this foundation, and I really like it. So let's go into the step-by-step on how I prep my skin, how I do everything for this foundation, because that has become my go-to makeup look. basically it for this review. Overall, my last final thoughts is that I love this foundation. It has become my go-to foundation. For my high-end foundations, this is probably my top. I really, really like it. I enjoy how it looks on my skin. I love wearing it. This is a foundation that it's just become my go-to, and it's really good. If you are looking for a foundation that is matte but not flat, not cakey, not heavy, this is where it's at. It's amazing. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and for all your support. I appreciate you guys very, very much. And like always, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.